Release the Kraken!
Welcome back, fellow game designers, and our not Minecraft sort of clone. The last one went ahead and made our not Steve, and we're going to go ahead and take him into Photoshop and do some color work and get him nice and cleaned up. Okay, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and grab the head, and let's go ahead and open the UVs. So make sure we're in modeling, and then go up to UV, and then UV editor. Go ahead, if you ever get this where it's separated, just go ahead and dock these two things. So I'm going to drag this and connect it to there. Now you can see the UVs are actually done for us. Now we can lay these out any way that we like. If you want to adjust the layout for your UVs, you are welcome to. But to keep this user friendly, we're not even going to touch these. You can see if you select any of the body parts, they use the exact same UVs. Go ahead and select your head, and then go up to Image. Sorry, let me go ahead and move this out just a little bit. Go up to Image, and then go down to UV Snapshot. Make sure that you save this in a place you can find it. And then in here, I go ahead and save this. This is going to be not Steve. I added too many E's on my last Steve, I guess. And then this one's going to be the UVs. So not Steve, UVs. Yeah, I added an extra E. I didn't realize that. Okay, change the file type. You can choose whatever you like. I'm going to do a PNG. And then the color is up to you. I'm going to leave it as white. Size will be 2048 by 2048. And then we can hit apply and close. Now, if you're one of my students at the school, make sure you use my computer. And then go down to your H drive. You won't be able to save on the school desktop. Okay? Make sure you go to my computer and then H drive, and then everything else should work. Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and apply and close. And let's jump into Photoshop. So inside of Photoshop, go to Open. And then we're going to grab our not Minecraft UVs. Open those. Okay, right off the bat, let's go ahead and name this. This is going to be UVs. I'll go ahead and lock it so I can't mess with it. I'm going to add a new solid color layer. So down here with the little yin-yang symbol, I'll add a solid color. Choose whatever color you like. Subtly off gray. We'll try that one. I'll drag that below the UVs. That works. I'll name that background. I'll lock that as well. Let's go ahead and create a new layer. I'm going to put that between them. And this one's going to be for my character's face. So say face. Choose the color you want for the face. So I'm going to go up. And again, you do you. I think that's fine. Make him kind of Simpsons yellow. Grab my paintbrush. I'm going to use a flat brush. So if you right click, choose this flat one here. You can also change the hardness. So like if you had this soft one and you wanted the hardness, you can just go do that and it does the same thing. And then my pixel size, I'll make that a little bit bigger. That works. Now we need to know where the face is. So if you've been following with me and you made sure that he's facing the Z-axis, his face should actually be right here in the middle. So if we go into here and go down to face mode, and hover over the face, you should see that the face is in the center, and then the side of the head is left and right, and then the hair goes all the way back. Okay, so this one and this one should be the same color. That's the bottom, and this is the face. So whenever we look under him, we don't see hair, unless you draw a beard on him or something. Let's go into here. So I'm going to go ahead and just paint on where the face is going to be. And I know this is going to be all face up here as well. So it's okay if you go outside the lines. It's not going to matter too much. You don't want to be inside the lines because it'll grab stuff out here. So going over is more beneficial. And I know that I want to have the side of my face to some amount. A little bit of asymmetry is okay. Let's do one for the hair. Whatever your hair color is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and choose, sure, that should work. Make sure I'm on my hair. And then I'll paint the hair color. And a pattern on the front of the face for the hair. You can do a little pattern here as well if you like. Draw on some sideburns. Okay, you can make this as perfect as you like. If you need to erase a color, since we're using different layers, you're going to go grab your eraser. And then make sure you grab a size that you like and a hardness that you like. And then you can erase. Okay, so I got some hair. And I need to continue the hair back along these two tiles. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab these. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. File, save as. Not Minecraft. This is going to be not Steve. Texture. Photoshop file is good. We'll just go ahead and save it. Let me poke the eyes on the UVs so they don't show up on the character. And actually, I'll leave them there so it's easier to see. And to make it even nicer so you can see the UVs, just a quick trick. If you double click the layer, oh, sorry, it's locked. Go ahead and unlock the layer. You go ahead and double click the layer and go down to stroke. And then you can add a stroke and you can see how that looks. Make sure it's set to outside. You can try, center. Center kind of works sometimes. But I find that it doesn't always do what I want. And you also have the option for inside, which is like this, and then outside. Okay? So whichever, up to you. I'm going to do outside. And I change the thickness to like 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and save this out. Oh, make sure I lock. That's fine. Save, and then I'll do a save as. Change this to a target. This is going to be not Steve. This is going to be the head. 24-bit is good. And then we'll go into Maya. Let's go to object mode. We'll grab the head, render it, and then grab the Lambert. Turn the UVs off. We don't need those anymore. I'm going to change my Lambert to. This is going to be the head texture. Or you can name it head material or whatever. And actually, it's technically a material, so I'll do head material. So head material. That's good enough. And then hit the checker box. File. Folder. Grab the head UVs. Add them. Or sorry, the head texture. And then press 6 to bring up the color. Hey, there we go. And you can see, because I left the UVs on, that they show up on here. Okay. Things that I might want to fix would be like that little corner. So that corner kind of goes there, but on this corner it tapers down. So I'll do that real quick. So I need to make any adjustments. Okay, I'll just resave this out. Come back into Maya, poke the picture, and you can see it updated. Nice. Cool. He needs some eyes. So I'll go ahead and lock my UVs again. Not that guy. This guy. And let's go ahead and make some eyes. So a new layer, I'll call this one eye. So this is going to be eye underscore left. Come over to the side, I'll grab my shapes tool. It's the one that's between the arrow and the hand. It's probably going to be on the line tool by default. So just go ahead and click and hold. Grab the ellipse. Click and drag to make something eye-shaped. You can design your eyes however you like. You can have them this way, you can have them this way, whatever you want. I'm going to make them slightly long this way. Little character eyes. And I want this to be white. So I'm going to go up to my fill. You can get here, there, or you can double click here. These three all go to the same place. Get the white of the eye. It can be a little off-white, it's not to be like totally white. You can make it red, you can make them like evil, it's up to you. Next I'm going to do the pupil. So I'm going to grab another sphere, or ellipse. And I'm going to click and drag inside here until I get a size that I like. And I'm going to change the color to black. Again, you can design this however you like. You can give him an iris and have him have like blue eyes with pupils and stuff. I'm only going to do the 2 layers. This one's going to be eye, pupil. Sorry, pupil, left. And actually, I misnamed these. These are going to be these are on the right side because it's mirrored. So let's go ahead and change this. This is going to be to the right. And this one will also be to the right. Okay. I'm going to select both of these. So to select both, hold down Control and just click. Or you can hold down Shift and click. Okay. Grab my Move tool, which is this little guy right here, and then Alt, and then drag. Click and drag. I'll rename my copies. These are going to be the left side. I'm going to grab them both and then use the arrow keys to just nudge them over. Good enough. And then for the pupil, I'm going to nudge that one to the left a little bit. Or sorry, to the screen left, not his left, but screen left. Good enough. Let's go ahead and save and see where the eyes show up. Cool. If you're happy with that, you're welcome to keep it. If you need to make any adjustments, do them as you need. But I'm good right here. To do the body and the arms and the legs, it's kind of the same process. I'm going to show you how to do the torso, and then I'll let you guys do the arms and legs on your own. So inside of here, I'm going to store all this inside of a group. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to select my left eye, or my left pupil. I'm going to scroll down to the face. I'm going to hold down Shift and then click the face. And you'll see it'll grab everything between the eye, pupil, and the face. I don't need to select the background, and I do not need the UVs. I'm going to come down to a folder, click the folder. It's going to make a group. I'll call this one Head. So that's where the head color is going to be. Okay? Because our character uses the same UVs for every body part, all we got to do is make a new texture. So I'm going to add a new layer. I'll drag it below the head layer. And this one's going to be body. Okay. Now if I recall, Steve has some overalls. Or he has like a vest. And then the rest of him is whatever. So I'll do body color, and then I'll also make a vest color. Okay. To keep my colors so I don't lose them, I'm going to store them in a palette. So I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to call this one palette. I'm going to put it above here. Grab my paintbrush. And over here in the corner, I'm just going to go ahead and paint a little bit of the brown color that I like. And then grab my other color. You can press X to swap between them. And I'll paint a little bit of that one. You want to make sure it's good and solid so you don't have any misses. That way you can use the color picker and grab them later. Okay, I'll go ahead and grab the color I want for, what is this? What's this shirt going to be? Maybe, I don't know, maybe blue. Come down and grab the body color. Now again, this is the front of the shirt. This is the bottom of the shirt. And this one is the back of the shirt. So we're going to have to do some clever designing. So this one and this one can be the same. And actually all this can be the same except for the vest. The vest needs to have its own color. And for my vest color, I'm going to do a Marty McFly jacket. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a nice orange color. So on the body shirt color, I'm going to go ahead and just paint this in. And now I'm going to take the orange color, I'm going to go ahead and grab the vest that I'm going to make. And let's see, I know that this is left and right. I want to have a little bit of, the color has to go on the shoulders and the vest is going to be open. So here it's going to be open. And this one as well. And I really only need to do one side and then copy and paste it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I won't do this other side. Okay. And then for this part, this needs to come over. I need to have an open spot for the sleeve. So I'll leave a hole for the sleeve. Like that. This part is going to be solid because this is the upper part of the torso. So we're doing the front, and then there's this little spot above his head, or below his head, this little space in here. That's solid color. This is going to be solid, solid, and then under here, we want part of this to match the pants. So I got that. Need a spot for where his neck would be, and his neck is kind of square, so I'm not worried about it being square. So do that. If you hold down the Shift key, you can draw a straight line. So I hold down Shift and I paint up. It's going to be a straight line. Okay. Now I do want some of this open for the pants, so I'm going to go down to my eraser tool, and I'm just going to erase off some of the vest here. Grab my paintbrush, and I'll continue this back to here. This is all going to be solid. Again, I'm holding Shift to paint a straight line. Now to make a copy of this so I don't have to do the other side, so select the vest layer, hold down the Alt key, and then drag a little bit. It'll make a copy. We'll go to Edit. We'll come down to Transform, and we'll do a horizontal flip. Okay. Now it's just a matter of moving it over. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key, click and drag. That way it goes across. And look. It should snap into place, like mine just did. That one's better. If it might snap too far, like it did for a second, I'm going to drag it a little bit more and snap there. That should be pretty even. Okay. Now I'm going to merge these two. I'm going to grab this one and that one, right click, and then merge. So merge layers. So now I mirrored it over and I don't have to worry about any of the special stuff. File, save as. Well, we'll save it first, and then save as. This is going to be a target, and it's going to be not Steve. We're going to call this one, you can call it torso or body. It's up to you. You can call it body. And then 24-bit, okay. Grab the body, add a color, body material, add in our file. So there he is. It's pretty good. You can see where I made a mistake because the pants are going to be blue as well. I need to make sure that this bottom section is also blue and this back part is blue. And they also need to make sure that the sleeves, the holes in the jacket, go up to the edge of the neck there. Okay, I'm going to go back in and make a few quick adjustments, and then I'll re-export. And you might have to do this a few times to make sure it matches, or you can measure the amount if you like. For example, I can take this selection box here. I can drag a selection box across, and then I can press delete, and it'll cut at that selection box. And then I can take this selection box, and I can just put it up here. And then I can also, because I haven't changed the size and it's snapped to the edge, I can press delete and it will cut as well. And that should be the same distance. So file, save, Targa, save over. So that should be across there. Oh, and I actually ended up doing it on the wrong part. The bottom is the very, very top piece. So this is why we have to check our work. So that is actually this piece. And this is the very, very bottom. So the very, very bottom, I'm going to go ahead and select and just delete that off because this needs to be blue. And I'll also move my arms up. I'm going to do a bit of an eyeball to kind of get it. If you can't get it to snap the way you want, use the arrow keys and just kind of nudge it. I think that's close enough. And I will save as, export again. Okay, so that's better all the way around, and we are pretty much good. I gotta fix this upper chest part, and then it's good to go. So now that you have kind of like an idea of what to do, go ahead and do the same thing for your arms and legs, and I shall see you in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel. Misty and I both thank you. If you've enjoyed that video you just watched, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, I do have official merch and a Patreon somewhere in the link down below. Updates for things that are coming along. Of course, we are at 1,000 subscribers, and that is awesome. We're still doing voting for what project I'm going to work on next, like what big project I'm going to work on next. So make sure you head over there and do that. Also, keep your eye out for the devlogs for Blockout and Rocket Flip. Those are two games that are coming out for Lame Duck Studios, officially released and all that good stuff. And if you guys want to see how those are being put together and the process that I've been going through, stay tuned for that. You'll be seeing those coming up here soon. And don't forget that I create new content on Sundays and I release content on Wednesdays. So stay tuned, and I shall see you next time.